2025 Player Development Summit will be here in Kansas City, May 29th through the 31st. And I want to talk to you about how you can maximize your experience at the Player Development Summit. All right, number one, before you arrive, I want you to prepare. Number one, prepare before you arrive. You need to identify three goals that you have that you want to get from, receive, achieve, attain from the 2025 Player Development Summit. Your goals may be, hey, I want to meet one person who will help me get to my next position. Your goals may be, hey, I want to have great notes. Your goals may be, I want to connect with 14 people, or I want to have a conversation with this person. Whatever it is, identify your goals. One way to do this, the next way, is review the schedule and speakers. It's on our website. Review the schedule and the speakers. What will the schedule look like? Where can I show up early? Where can I be late, right? Or leave late, right? Where can I connect with people? Review the schedule and the speakers. Who's talking on this day? Can I connect with the speaker now? But make sure you know the schedule and the speakers. And then a big thing there is plan to connect. Have a plan to connect. I talked about it earlier with the goals, but have a plan to connect. Maybe you're shy, right? Y'all probably won't believe this here from me, but I'm actually a shy person. But I've never been able to be shy in my life, so I had to kind of kick that to the side. But how can you plan to connect? How will you get to know people? The people will be in the room. The people will be there. You need to have a plan. One thing I did whenever I'm in a situation or a room where it may be weird, like let's say, I've been doing some networking with other fields, not sports, where I don't know people. I stand where the snacks are. Everybody's coming to get snacks. Everybody's coming to get water. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, what you do, whatever you may do, they got to come through me, right? Some of y'all say go stand next to the restroom. I don't advise that because, according to what they serving, you might get a whiff of that. But have a plan to connect with people who are there. And then if you want to, we have a Thinkific group, a community where you can plan as well, or you can prepare. It's in the show notes. Shout out to Lauren King. She is running that. I try to run everything. I realize I cannot run everything as we prepare. So speaking of preparing, that's the first thing. First thing, prepare before you arrive. Know your flight, know when you land, know how you're going to get to the facility, have your hotels. We have all the information on the website. Know all of that stuff as you prepare. Number two, be present while you're here. Be present while you're here. I can't tell you all enough the great things we have for you. Matter of fact, if you're interested, you want more information of Kansas City or the summit, you can click the downloadable document there that'll give you. We have what's called a Player Development Summit Playbook. It will give you the information you need in regard to the summit. But we want you to be present not only while you're in the summit, while you're in Kansas City. When you're in there, when you're in attendance, like they always say, be where your feet are. I want you all to put your feet down, right? I've been doing some mindfulness stuff. Put your feet down, feel your feet on the floor, open your heart, open your ears, open your eyes, and be there. While you're there, you may want to turn your phone on do not disturb. And I know some of you all are professionals, you'll be working, you have to get updates, but you want to be locked and loaded. We will have some incredible speakers here, incredible people here who will be doing a lot of great things. And these people want to share their experiences. They want to spend time with you all. I want you to take intentional notes. You don't have to take down everything they say. You need to take down the stuff that's going to help you. And what I tell people all the time, if I'm trying to spark a conversation with someone, I want to take the notes that will help me spark that conversation, right? I'm going to take down the note that, hey, I noticed you said this. What did you mean by this? Or you mentioned you touched this for a little bit. Can you dive deeper? Take intentional notes. Speak up. Speak up when you're there. Ask a question. There'll be times for questions. We'll have different activities people can do, but speak up. This is your time to ask a question, right? This is your time to make a connection. There are a lot of times that people ask me questions, be it a webinar, or I've presented, I've been different places, and I connect with the person who asked the question because I will follow up with them and say, hey, I just want to make sure you got everything, that I answer your question correctly. You can make a connection. So speak up and ask questions. This is something I did. I want you to sit with someone new every session. Sit with someone new every session. So when I worked at Kansas football, our staff would get on me because whenever we had a full team meeting or a staff meeting, I would never sit with the football staff. I would always go sit with somebody. I always wanted to meet somebody, sit next to somebody new and see what they did. And that actually helped me. That helped me get to know people, and it helped us as a football program. So when I needed help from other people, I knew who these people were. And so I would challenge you to sit next to somebody new every session. every session. Get up and sit next to somebody new. It'll be an intimate setting, but it'd be great if you would do that. Now, some of you are watching this and you're like, okay, what is player development? Like the Player Development Summit, I need to know more about player development. I have what you need. I have a document called Player Development 101. It is in the show notes. You can download that there. All right. Now, if you haven't gotten your tickets to the summit, that's in the show notes as well. I want to make sure you get the tickets. I want you to be here May 29th through the 31st. Hey, the weeks and the days are counting down. I cannot wait. Number 3, follow up after you leave. This is huge, huge, huge. Follow up after you leave. Follow up. You all, emails have schedule sends. You can go that night. You can sit down in a break. Hey, I just met you, blah, 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 blah. Boom. You can schedule send it for the next day, 24 hours, text message, whatever. Follow up, y'all. There's so much power in following up. There's so much power in following up. So much power in following up. I'm following up with a couple sponsors today. You want to follow up. There's so much power in following up. Please do it within 5 days. I would say 48 hours, but please do it within 5 days. It's fresh. People are going to other conferences. People are flying to other things. You want to follow up so you can stay fresh on someone's mind. Review your notes. Review your notes. So you took intentional notes. Review your notes. If you're sitting in the airport, not while you're driving. Don't review your notes while you're driving. You're sitting in the airport, you're on a plane. Review your notes, go over your notes, and then create a 30-day action plan. Maybe you wanted to know how to get into player development and someone told you how to do it. What's your action plan? Maybe you're in a role and you didn't know what you're doing and you're like, hey, this is an action plan to help me. Do it, but create your action plan. Do your 30-day action plan after reviewing your notes. I want you to reconnect with community. So what I mean by that is this is not following up with the people who were there, but the community that you have. Maybe there's someone in the player development community who did not go to the Player Development Summit, but you need to reconnect with them because somebody brought up their name, right? Or someone asked a question a long time ago, or you need to reconnect with people on your campus because you learn different ways of how you can help, or you heard somebody say, hey, you need to connect with the people that you work with. And you're like, you know what? I need to reconnect with those people. Reconnect with your community, that player engagement community, player development community, athlete development, sports community. Reconnect with people. And then lastly, share what you learned. I want you to do this. I need you to do this. Go on LinkedIn and share what you learned. Share what you learned. Because that's going to connect everybody together. The hashtag, everybody's going to connect. And one of those speakers who you didn't meet will come back and see what you learned and say, that's pretty cool. Let's connect. Share what you learned. It's so, y'all know me. I'm sharing everything. This podcast has over 72 hours of content. We might be at 80 hours now at this point. But I have so much content, over 3 days of content. I love sharing because sharing makes everybody better. So share what you learn. All right. Can't talk enough about the 2025 Player Development Summit. I'm excited. I am totally biased and unbiased, if that's possible. I created this because I want people like yourselves to be there and learn. But also, from an unbiased standpoint, if I didn't know anything about this and I looked at the speakers, the mission, and what's going on in the city it's located, I would want to be a part of that, right? And I want you to be a part of it. And because I want you to be a part of it, I got you three bonus tips. I want you to be curious. Be curious. Be curious about people's roles. We're going to have people from the NFL, NBA, NCAA, people who've been executives in MLS. I want you to be curious about what they're doing. Be curious. When you're curious, you get to learn. I want you to be open. I want you to be open to hearing things. I want you to be open to someone having a different thought process to you. Maybe you don't agree with how they look at this, or maybe you don't agree with that. It doesn't mean that it's bad. You just don't agree. But I want you to be open as to why they do what they do, why they communicate what they do, why they have the role they do, why is their path different than others, right? Some people my role and the way I do things is I have opportunities that come and sometimes I'm like, hey, that's a great opportunity, but I can't take it. Some people will probably disagree with me. It's like, take any opportunity you get, right? But I want you all to be open. We should all be open. And then I want you to be bold. I want y'all to be bold, y'all. I'm setting this up. So this was a virtual, and I'm going to do a podcast about going from virtual to in person. This was virtual, right? And there was a lot of boldness in virtual, but getting this in person is so that you can be bold. So we can have a space where you can interact with people, connect with people. I want you all to be bold. I want you all to understand the opportunity that you have in front of you. There's a lot of people that want to be in player development, but are those people taking the steps necessary to get into player development that you are? You're here, you'll be there. I want you to be bold. And with that, as I always say, go out and create generational impact. Don't wait, create that generational impact today. Everything you need is in the show notes, and I hope to see you here soon. Don't act brand new if you see me. Peace.